In recent years, the public image of the Archewell Foundation has shifted from a symbol of post-royal purpose to a subject of growing scrutiny. Founded by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after their departure from royal duties in 2020, the organization was intended to serve as the cornerstone of their philanthropic identity in the United States. Initially, Archewell represented continuity, a way for the couple to maintain a service-oriented role outside the structure of the monarchy. It supported mental health initiatives, community programs, digital safety campaigns, and humanitarian causes. Early coverage framed it as the foundation through which the Sussexes would channel their influence on a global scale. Over time, however, attention has increasingly focused on the operational realities of running a nonprofit linked so closely to celebrity founders. Reports have indicated staffing changes within the organization, including restructuring and reductions in personnel. Such adjustments are not uncommon in nonprofit sectors, particularly for relatively new institutions, navigating fluctuating donation streams and shifting priorities. Still, when associated with high-profile figures, routine operational decisions often take on symbolic meaning. Observers note that public expectations for Archewell were exceptionally high from the outset. The couple's international visibility created an assumption that large-scale funding and high-impact programming would follow naturally. In practice, nonprofit sustainability depends on consistent donor engagement, transparent governance, and measurable outcomes, not celebrity alone. Another factor shaping perception is the couple's broader portfolio of projects. Since relocating to California, Harry and Meghan have pursued media production, public speaking, and commercial partnerships alongside their charitable work. This hybrid model, blending philanthropy with entertainment, has become increasingly common among public figures, but can also blur messaging. When multiple ventures evolve simultaneously, audiences may struggle to identify which initiatives represent long-term commitments and which are project-based collaborations. The couple's early agreements with major streaming and audio platforms generated intense interest. Their documentary projects and interviews reached global audiences, but sustaining momentum in the highly competitive media landscape has proven challenging. The streaming industry prioritizes consistent engagement, and high-profile debuts do not always translate into enduring output. Meanwhile, Archewell's mission requires a different rhythm entirely, one measured not in viewership, but in program implementation and community partnerships. Financial transparency also plays a role in shaping narratives. Like many nonprofits, Archewell publishers required filings that outline revenue, expenditures, and administrative costs. These documents provide context, but are often interpreted selectively in media discussions, contributing to divergent conclusions about the organization's trajectory. Some analysts argue that the foundation is still in a developmental phase, building infrastructure before expanding programming. Others contend that expectations were inflated beyond what any new nonprofit could realistically deliver. Complicating matters further is the couple's departure from the institutional support once provided by the royal household. As working royals, charitable initiatives benefited from established networks, experienced staff, and decades of public trust. Operating independently requires constructing those systems from scratch, a process that can take years. Public fascination with the Sussexes also amplifies scrutiny. Every staffing change, public appearance, or partnership announcement becomes part of a larger narrative about success or decline, even when such developments would be routine for lesser-known organizations. Geography adds another dimension. Based in California, the couple operates within an environment where celebrity philanthropy intersects with entertainment culture, venture capital, and social activism. This context differs significantly from the traditional British model of royal patronage, which emphasizes continuity and restraint. Despite challenges, Archewell continues to support selective initiatives, particularly those aligned with digital well-being and community resilience. The foundation's future influence may depend less on scale and more on clarity, defining a focused mission and demonstrating measurable impact over time. Public perception, however, often moves faster than institutional evolution. Narratives of decline can emerge quickly, especially when initial expectations were framed in transformational terms. Conversely, meaningful philanthropic work frequently unfolds quietly, without dramatic milestones or media spectacle. Ultimately, Archewell's trajectory reflects a broader question facing many modern public figures: how to translate personal brand recognition into sustainable social impact. The coming years will likely determine whether the foundation matures into a stable institution or remains closely tied to the fluctuating fortunes of its founder's public image. Beyond philanthropic activity, Harry and Meghan's post-royal life has involved navigating the complex ecosystem of celebrity culture in the United States. Relocating from the structured environment of the British monarchy to the fluid landscape of Hollywood represented a profound transition. In the royal system, roles are defined by tradition and hierarchy. In entertainment, influence depends on relevance, relationships, and market appeal. Early speculation suggested the couple would quickly integrate into elite social circles, leveraging both royal status and global recognition. While they have attended major events and collaborated with prominent organizations, their position within Hollywood remains distinct rather than fully embedded. Observers note that celebrity networks often operate on discretion. Private gatherings and informal alliances rarely become public knowledge, making it difficult to assess actual relationships from outside appearances alone. Nevertheless, the couple's public associations have evolved over time. Connections with figures in media, technology, and philanthropy have produced selective collaborations rather than sustained partnerships across multiple projects. This pattern reflects a broader reality of celebrity engagement. Alliances form around specific initiatives and dissolve when objectives change. Brand development has also been central to Meghan's independent ventures. Lifestyle-oriented projects emphasize aesthetics, storytelling, and curated experiences, an approach common among modern influencer entrepreneurs. Success in this space typically depends on authenticity and audience connection, factors that can be difficult to establish amid intense public scrutiny. Prince Harry's public identity, by contrast, remains strongly linked to the Invictus Games, which he founded in 2014 to support wounded service members. The Games continue to receive broad respect across political and cultural lines, providing continuity between his royal past and current endeavors. These differing focal points highlight two parallel trajectories, one rooted in lifestyle branding and media production, the other in veteran advocacy and charitable sport. Financial considerations inevitably influence strategic decisions. Maintaining a high-profile public presence in California involves substantial costs, including security, property, and staffing. For public figures without state support, these expenses must be covered through private income streams. At the same time, privacy concerns remain central to the couple's narrative. Balancing visibility, necessary for brand sustainability, with protection of personal life creates ongoing tension. Family dynamics further complicate public perception. Reports of strained relationships within the royal family have dominated headlines since the couple's departure. While occasional meetings suggest channels of communication remain open, no comprehensive reconciliation has occurred publicly. Such situations are not unusual in prominent families, but the monarchy's symbolic role magnifies every development. Personal disagreements become matters of national and international interest. Prince Harry's position is particularly complex. As the younger son of the monarchy, he occupies a space between private citizen and enduring royal figure. His decisions carry implications for both personal identity and institutional narrative. Meanwhile, the couple's children are growing up largely outside the traditional royal environment, shaping a new generation's relationship to heritage and nationality. Looking ahead, the Sussexes face a landscape defined by both opportunity and constraint. Their global recognition ensures continued visibility, but long-term influence will likely depend on producing work that resonates beyond initial curiosity. Public opinion remains divided. Supporters view their independence as a modern redefinition of royal life. Critics see missed opportunities and inconsistent messaging. Many observers fall somewhere in between, watching to see whether a stable post-royal model emerges. What is clear is that the story is no longer about a single departure from the monarchy. It is about the ongoing process of constructing new identities in the absence of traditional roles. Two trajectories now unfold simultaneously, the monarchy continuing its centuries-old institutional rhythm, and the Sussexes pursuing a hybrid path combining celebrity, advocacy, and entrepreneurship. Whether those paths eventually converge again remains uncertain. For now, they exist side by side, separate narratives shaped by different priorities, audiences, and definitions of success.